Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my case study student. My case study student, her name is Saya. She is from Japan. She's a university student. However, right now she's finishing up her ESL program and is getting ready to enter into her bachelor's degree. So she's been living here in the United States doing this ESL program for the past 2 years, and she's been living in with host parents, with a host family. So um, Saya, she has specific goals. She plans on studying graphic design in LA. So she'll be in LA for another 4 years. And the reason why she wants to study graphic design is because she wants to help out her parents' business. Her parents currently sell backpacks in Japan. According to her, these are very nice, great, good quality backpacks. So she wants to help them out, and she also wants to help make their business more international. She wants to sell these backpacks overseas, especially to English-speaking countries. And she believes that the quality of her parents' backpacks can compete really well over here in the United States. According to her, we don't have good quality backpacks here. So I teach Saya through Skype, and I usually teach her either once or twice a month. They're usually conversation lessons, but she agreed to let me. She agreed to be my case study student. Um, so I was very fortunate for that. Um, so the lesson that I did with Saya, I made it so that in order to help her with this goal that she has of being a graphic designer and studying graphic design. Saya doesn't like to read much in English or in Japanese, but if she does, she usually reads magazines, fashion magazines, that type of thing. Um, so she doesn't read a lot of technical texts, and she doesn't read a lot about graphic design, um, which is an area that she's going to need to become proficient in. So, in order to help her with this goal, I found a blog post online on graphic design. It's called "The Five Basic Principles of Graphic Design." Now, when I read this blog article, I realized it was going to be too difficult for her. Not because her reading level is low; she actually does have quite a high reading level, but because it was a technical text. So what I did was, in order to make this comprehensible for her, what I did was I rewrote the text, um, and I got five key vocabulary words that I repeated a lot throughout the text. So what I did was, in order to introduce the lesson, I started off with a PowerPoint showing six key vocabulary words. And in this slide here, you guys can see an example of what this PowerPoint looked like. So here's one of the words that we looked over. It's called is appealing, and the definition is attractive and interesting. And we have a image here to kind of show what a visually appealing image looks like. And so I asked Saya, why is this image appealing? Um, Afterwards, I continued asking Saya more questions, kind of personalize the questions, and so that she could see this word, these vocabulary words in context. So I asked her which picture is more visually appealing, and obviously she chose the burger. I asked her what makes it more visually appealing. She told me the colors, the lighting, the black background, how it's just centered on the burger. And then I continued on with my questioning: what is required to make designs visually appealing? So through this questioning and talking, I was also kind of able to gauge her knowledge or her background knowledge on graphic design, and we were able to converse a little bit. Um, so I did that. I did about five more key vocabulary words with that. The next stage was for her to read the blog post that I had pre-written. So we read that together using guided reading. Um, and this was a lot easier. She still needed help, but this was a lot easier for her, and she was able to see a lot of these key vocabulary words, how they were used in context, and she was actually able to understand the message about some of these principles of graphic design through this. So, in order to gauge her understanding of this article, um, besides asking her questions throughout the article as we were reading, what I did was afterwards I had her critique some ads that I'd found on Google, and I asked her to critique them according to what the article said. So according to what the article said, what was done right in these ads, what was done wrong, and I also asked her to use some of the vocabulary that she had learned in this article. So she did that quite well, um, and I was able to see that she did comprehend the text quite well. Um, we had another lesson another day to continue this lesson, and I started her off by having her go ahead and critique some more ads, and then what we did was we went on to read the actual original text from the actual original blog post, and this was a little bit harder for her to read, but the simplified text that I had given her as kind of some like a pre-read helped her understand this article a lot more. So, um, I think going in with some of this vocabulary that she had learned made this article a lot more comprehensible. What I learned from this lesson with her is that one, Saya can read at a higher level, higher than what I expected. However, technical texts are difficult for her, and so she needs to continue to work on that. She needs to continue to build her knowledge and vocabulary, especially in this area of graphic design. If this is an area that she wants to continue to pursue once she gets into college, she has about 4 years. The first 2 years she'll probably take general eds, and then about the third and fourth year, that's when she'll be getting into her content area. So if she decides that she, at that time that she wants to continue with that route, then she definitely needs to continue to try to build her vocabulary in this area. And that's all. So thank you.